Welcome back to day 2 of our fundraising conference, everyone. I just had to take a moment and thank each and every one of you that reached out to me and other members of the planning team with notes of thanks and encouragement. We honestly did not know how this was going to play out. Like I said many times, this is a first on so many levels. But to get your positive emails, texts, and calls were the boost that truly made all the hard work and time put into this event worth it. And we're just getting started. Today we'll follow the same framework as yesterday, starting our day with an open from one of our leaders, Judy Green, some regional videos, and more recognition of the good work you and your colleagues are doing in the field. We have 2 fantastic keynote speakers that need no introduction, Gail McGovern and Cliff Holtz, and another fantastic lineup of learning modules facilitated by your peers. You've all had a chance to engage with your regional teams, and I have to take a moment to share a few of my favorite comments that we received. I give day 1 a rousing A+. The catering, however, provided locally in my home, is not up to the standards of past in-person fundraising events. I have to say that's one piece of in-person meetings that I do not miss, figuring out the food. Someone else shared how great it was not to be freezing in a hotel conference room. I hope whoever has thermostat control in your home kept you comfortable yesterday and will do so again today and tomorrow. Someone shared, I'm personally filled up to the brim on pride and passion for being a Red Crosser today. Today we had a chance to take a breath and see all the wonderful work being done, to listen to leaders and hear from our team members. What a gift. And last, but probably my favorite, I want to be more like Harvey Johnson. I've only got one housekeeping item to share with you, and that's a reminder about how to use Poll Everywhere. To open the line of communication, you'll need to text Red Cross Fund 383 to 22333. After you text that once, any following messages will come to our moderators. And now it is my pleasure to introduce my boss, Vice President of Fundraising Programs and Operations, Judy Green, to kick off our day.
Well, welcome to day 2 of our National Fundraising Conference. Thank you so much for that introduction, Susan Rowell. And I have to tell you, we are striving, and our goal for this whole conference is to make sure that we connect, that we empower, and that we inspire. And yesterday we had over 770 colleagues join us, Red Crossers from across the country, as a part of this National Fundraising Conference for the first time ever. We also had 250 of you that joined each of the 3 learning modules that we've had, and 250 per room were a part of that awesome learning module. Thank you so much for joining us. As I was reflecting on the day, I was thinking about the fact that when we look at the over 770 that have joined together, we all really had a first row view of this movie, of this conference that we have as a first time. And what a joy and a privilege it is to be together. We heard comments, as Susan shared, but a couple more, that this filled my bucket. This is what we needed. What great comments to share. As you know, I want to just take a moment, because we had such an extraordinary day, to once again thank our planning committee. And so they have worked so hard, and they worked so many hours behind the scenes to create this great experience that we had on day 1, and will continue into day 2 and day 3. And so let's just do a quick thank you again to Emily, to Susan, to Jennifer, to Bill, to Donna, to Vicki, to Kirsten, to Abby, and Ken. Thank you so much for what you are doing every day and the time and commitment you really made to have this experience be wonderful for all of us. As well, I want to thank our partner, and who really has been incredible from an event and tech experience, our Reimagined Fundraising Experience partners. They've been phenomenal.
Hi, Gail.
Hi.
It's Susan Rowell. It's nice to see you.
Hi, Susan.
This is a little bit different. A lot of things about this are a little bit different. But first of all, before I give you an outline of how we're going to do questions, just want to say once again, thank you for taking the time to be here with us.
My pleasure.
So meaningful and so special to have you as part of this conference. So I am the only person that can ask you questions. The power is just so heady. But to be fair, we are soliciting questions from our colleagues in the field. And right below me is the instructions that people know how to use to ask questions. But that kind of portal has been open over the past day and a half. So even as you've been speaking, a few comments and questions have come in. And I captured two. I know that Don made you blush a little bit with his introduction. I'm probably going to make you blush a little bit, but what people are sharing is just how inspirational it is when they hear you speak. And someone wrote, "I'm fired up after hearing from Gail." So I thought that was a really noteworthy one. The first question that I have to ask of you is, it's so easy to think and look at and focus on all the things that are not going well right now with COVID in the last 6 months. But trying to focus on the bright spots. And so I'm wondering, what are your bright spots? What have been the bright spots for you over the past 6 months that have, despite all of the challenges that this uncertainty has offered us, that you focus on?
Well, the bright spots are personal and also professional. And let me start with the professional. Every day I am in awe of what we have managed to accomplish. And the word that always keeps coming to mind during this period is pivot. I mean, we are a 138-year-old institution, and the way we have figured out how to pivot everything we're doing without missing a beat in what I believe has turned out to be the worst disaster season, just in terms of overnight stays in shelters.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. Hey, everybody. My name is Josh Lockwood. I am the proud Division Vice President for the Northeast Division. And I am also the co-sponsor of our National Pride Resource Group. I am so excited to join a terrific team here to present today on the topic of diversity and inclusion and the overlap with diversity and inclusion in the realm of fundraising. Today, I'm joined by 3 powerful American Red Cross women, and I think we're going to bring them up on the video screen here. We have from Ohio, Regional Executive Stephanie Bird. From Long Island, Executive Director Neela Lockle, and finally from Illinois, Regional Executive Selena Roldan. We are excited to be sharing with you today insights and observations related to diversity and inclusion. And as I think everyone knows, this is an incredibly exciting time for D&I at the American Red Cross. Our national CEO, Gail McGovern, and other leaders have really put their full weight around the topic of diversity and inclusion